What's good, guys? It's me, Jared the Weaver, back again with another video. So this would be What If Asta Was Immortal Part 2. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Leave a like, subscribe. I'm just looking at my YouTube channel. It's at 713 subscribers. I'm like, thank you. Yeah, I just want to get straight into the what if. Like I said, I'll be moving this week, so it depends. I don't know. I said Monday, but it seems since it's like Tuesday and I still have my internet, I'm pretty sure we're not moving. But I know we're moving this week, so okay, just enjoy the video. Now, I ain't got no time for edits. Now, you see Nero is flying in the air, and she's trying to find Asta because she can sense Lebet, kind of, not like sense him, but she knows, like, since she fought a devil before, she knows when a devil is loose. And after finding Asta, she sees another devil. And yes, Nero sees Lebet. I was about to make my weird noise. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Anyway, Asta senses Nero, the bird, and he says, "Oh, so it is true. She was trying to find you, Lebet." And Lebet says, "So this bird, you say, it's been alive for over 500 years. That's what you've been telling me." And yes, Asta then he just he flies into the air, and he captures Nero, and Nero starts to peck him, and he says, "I know you've been alive for over 500 years. I can tell by your life energy. And you're not a bird, you're a human. Why are you in that form?" And Nero can answer him. And he says, "Fine. It's not like it really matters. I'll just have to keep an eye on you, like you were doing to me." And Lebet says, "Well, if it can't harm you, I'm going to go see Lucida now." And Lebet just goes, he flies off. He says, "I really hate Asta sometimes. He's wasted my time for a dumb bird." And like I said, Lebet and Asta, they kind of cool because Lucida is quite alive, and Lebet could see her now and again. But he can, like I said in the last part, he can go outside the body of Lucida. Not Lucida. Not Lucida. Of Asta. And as Asta goes back to training, he puts Nero down and he says, "I'll try to figure out how to get you out of that form. It must be very tough for you to live in that form. Seems like you've been in there for 500 years, I can tell, from how much life energy you have absorbed." Sorry for the bad edit. You should be able to see Fanzil. I saw him just earlier, and now it's gone. Anyway, so Fanzil was running away from a boar, and Nero and Asta see this. Boar is chasing Asta. Not Asta, Fanzil. I almost had a hiccup, and I was about to say Asta. So Fanzil ran towards Asta, and he said, "Can you please help me?" And Asta sees that Fanzil was, he had it out. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm more mature. I don't need to laugh. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So Asta, he flies into the air. He still has Lebet's power. He can, he has one of the swords, so he's still able to connect with Lebet and still fly. And he just kicks the board, and he says, "You need to put on some clothes." And Fanzil says, "I don't know how I'm going to repay you for helping me out." And Asta says, "Do you have any... it seems like you have magic, but you seem..." Okay, I messed it up. Asta says, "You seem like you have a lot of unique magic. You've been training people, I can tell, from how you stand and fight. I would like for you to train me." He can sense it through his life energy. That's what Asta says. And Fanzil says, "Are you sure you want to be trained by me? I'm pretty sure you don't want to. If you know I can fight, you shouldn't be trusting me so easily." And Asta says, I just took down a boar. I'm pretty sure I can, and I can fly. I'm pretty sure I can get away from you if you're that dangerous. And Fanzil says, fine, I'll repay the favor and train you. And Asta then trains for a whole month with Fanzil, and he's figured out why Fanzil is in the forest. He's trying to find his I was about to say waifu, but that wouldn't work. I mean wife, Dominic. And Asta wants to help Fanzil, but Fanzil says that's alright, you don't need to do all that. And so Fanzil could move on a lot earlier because Austin was trained a little bit more when he was younger. Lucida kind of helped him. So, yeah. So Asta lets Fanzil keep going to find his Dominic. And he noticed Mariella and 12 to 13 Diamond Kingdom Knights. And he also noticed that Fanzil was energy was on Mariella. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure he trained her, and I guess Asta would be able to sense that. He did sense, like I said in the earlier parts, he could sense life energy in someone, so he can sense multiples. And this Asta is pretty OP. That's why he's immortal. So he meets with Mariella, and he says, call out your other 12. And Asta doesn't have Lebe with him, because Lebe is visiting Lucida. But he's coming back in another month's time. And Asta says, you seem like you know Fanzil, but he's no longer here. And you won't be fighting him. You should just go back to the Diamond Kingdom. And Mariella says, then it seems like you're no use to us then. And yeah, she attacks Asta. But Asta's not playing around. He just he flies right he uses his devil power and flies right towards Mariella and absorbs all of her mana. And he knocks her out quite easily. And he sees the others, and he just throws his sword into the air, and like I said, he's been training, and Labez also been helping him while he was training for the last couple of years. So he uses. Oh, I'm sorry, I was looking at something else for a second. My bad. He uses his big sword, and he slashes it into the ground, and he knocks out 5 to 6 of them, and the others retreat. And he absorbs all of the ones that didn't retreat, and he then handcuffs Marielle and the others that didn't retreat. Asta, this Asta, I wouldn't say like handcuffs, they're like life energy cuffs, you could say. Yeah. And Asta allowed the others that weren't connected to Fanzil to go. He says, just don't come back here. And he put an extra chain on Mariella, and he says, why did Fanzil have to run away from the Diamond Kingdom? And Mariella wasn't giving him nothing. So it basically took a whole month just to get some information out of her. And he kept training while then, and he also gave her food and stuff. And he says, I'll let you go. It's no point of keeping you here. And Lebe finally arrives, and he says, who's this person you tied up? And Asta now remembered that Lebe is a devil. He could probably scare her to give her information. But Asta says, no, I think that's too evil. And Mariella runs away because she sees Lebe. And you know how Lebe looks. Look how scary he is. He's cute when he was a child, but when in the anime, like when you see him all like when he's big Lebe, you know what I mean? He's pretty scary. So she runs away, and she doesn't go back to the Diamond Kingdom. She's gonna find Fanzil. Anyway, I'm going to go over um to basically the first six. Yeah, this episode 5 or 6 now. And Asta meets up with and Lebed didn't go back inside of Asta's book, you could say. And yeah, I'm pretty sure would have been shown Lebed from Asta a couple of years ago. So I'm pretty sure he knows about Lebed, that he's some type of devil. And yeah, he wouldn't be scared of him. And Asta says we need to keep going. And Lebed says I'll go and scout the area. And as they keep going, yeah, they make it to the exam, Magic Night exams. And Asta, after making it to the exam, he noticed lots of new, unique mana all around him. He senses all the captains and Noel, and he senses the first two at the back end of where Nozzle was talking to Noel. He goes over there and he sees that they're having a conversation and he waits. And yeah, Nozzle sees this and he says, "What is a bum like you listening to our conversation?" And yeah, Noel then walks away with Nozzle. And yeah, she wanted to she didn't know what to do, so she just walked away with Nozzle. And Asta tried to apologize, but yeah, they were walking away. He says, "Well, seems like those royals hate me now." And Asta goes back to where he was originally at, and he senses big Mana right behind him, and he bumps into Yami, and he touches Yami's gut, and he says, "You have so much Mana, so much life energy, and it's black." And yeah, Yami just squeezes his this Yami's like, "What is wrong with this kid?" And Yami just squeezes his head and he says, "Stop touching me right now." And he kept squeezing his head, and Yami says, "You one weird child." Kid, not child. And yeah, he throws him to the side, and Asta says, "He's so unique. I need to join his group." And says, "Asta, you need to keep Lebe under control. Don't let him come out." And Asta says, "Why do I need to keep him under control?" And says, "I'm pretty sure they're not going to be used to devils." And then Seked jumps in, and he sees that birds are all around Asta because he has his anti-magic sword mode on, where he doesn't need to absorb. That's why he's more mastered with it. He can sense other life energies because of the anti-magic sword. So he's able to have more control over his power and not let it be exerted. And yeah, Sake tries to want to fight Asta like normally, and Asta accepts this, but it's a difference. Lebed comes out, and Asta wasn't really worried about what said because they're just friends and not like brothers, you could say, in this what if, like Lebed and Asta. And Lebed comes out and he just uses his hands and he just strangles Sake is in his ball thing, and Lebed just comes out and he strangles him. And everyone sees Lebed has a horn on his head, and Asta is strangling him without touching him. And yeah, Lebed says, "Why are they looking at me so weird?" It's because I forgot I'm a devil. And he apologizes to Asta and goes back inside the book. And everyone is now scared of Asta. And Yami just is more intrigued with Asta now because he's never seen a devil before. And William and oh my goodness, I forgot his name. Pastry also sees this, and he says, "So there's devils already in the living world, I see." And yeah, so basically everything goes the same, but everyone tries to stay away from Asta. And Asta, then he gets chosen by the magic knights, and yeah, he was chosen by Yami because Yami was very intrigued with him. The other captains stayed away from him. And yes, Finro then teleports them to the headquarters of the Black Bulls, and Asta says goodbye to Yuna. And Asta, as he arrives, he meets with Magna and all the other Black Bulls, Charmy, Vanessa, and oh my goodness, my throat. Yeah, Noel and Gordon and Gray. Oh, I've been talking too much. I haven't edited a lot, so I've just been talking for a straight 20 minutes, almost 20 minutes. Anyway, Asta meets with Magna, and he says, "It seems like we have two new rookies then. I'll be testing you then." And Magna says, "All you have to do is hit this or repel it somehow, and then you'll be able to get your badge." I mean, the Black Clover cloak. I don't know why I said badge. Anyway, I need to stop saying that. Asta then says, "Okay, bring it to me then." And Magnus winds up his bat and he swings the fireball baseball right at Asta. And Asta just says Lebe. And Lebe just Lebe grabs the fire and he throws it into the air. And Asta says, "Is that good enough?" And Lebe says, "I'm pretty sure it's good enough." And Finro goes around behind Yami, and Yami just kicks him in the knee. He says, "Stop being so scary." And Gordon, Gordon's not scared of the devil. He's just being, how he is. Yeah, Gordon's just like, "That is so cool. I like that. Oh yeah, I become good friends with Austin." You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, okay. I just like doing the Gordon voice. I haven't did it in a while. So Magna, and then says, "Well, you're now a Black Bull," and he throws he gives the Magic Knight cloak to Asta, and Asta accepts it pretty graciously, and then Asta meets with all the other Black Bulls besides Noel, and Asta, he senses Noel, and he says, "So she's here," and Asta says he wants to go meet the other Black Bull alone. And so that's what he goes to do. And Asta says, "So you were the one from before." And she says, "You really like annoying me, don't you?" And she says, "Leave me alone, peasant." And Asta wanted to apologize for listening to your conversation. "From what I heard, you don't know how to control your mana or magic that well." And she says, "What about it?" And Asta then says he can help her with it if she wants his help. And he says when he was younger he didn't know how to control his magic either, and it took him years to master it, and he didn't know it was killing his own mother. And he says this, and Noel was taken off guard by this, but she says, "Well, hopefully your mother's alright then, if you're able to master it." And she says, "I don't need any help though." And Asta says, "Well, I'm going to help you. I don't want to see you be so frustrated. I know how it feels to he knows how it feels to not, like I said, he knows how it feels to be to feel kind of useless because you can't control your own mana." And he then touches Noel's shoulder, and he says, "We're going to become good friends." And he absorbs Noel's lots of her mana, and she falls to the ground. And he says, "Well, it's time for us to get training then." And that's where I'll be leaving off for this part. Okay, I'm leaving off for this part because I gotta get to school. Okay, peace out, guys.